everyone. We are joined by Keiko from NRG coming in after their game against KRÜ today. So, firstly, Keiko, commiserations on the loss. I know that it was a bit of a rough game. So, first question to you today would be like, what was the biggest thing do you think that KRÜ had going for them today?
The biggest thing that KRÜ had going for them, I think their attack sides were really good. I think Sadek called his Lotus really well when split. They also had they punished us a lot on our attack with the judge and stuff on split, which sucks, but it is what it is. And on Lotus they defaulted pretty good. Yeah, it was a good game. They had really good macro, and they were all individually shooting. I think we just individually we're all in pretty much a slump right now, so it sucks, but hopefully next week it'll be better.
You mentioned about being in a slump. Is it because of the meta or is it because of anything else? Because I know it's been a big meta shift. You've had the maps change as well. It's been a big transition since you guys were, coming in from third at Santiago. So what do you think has been the biggest issue for you guys this stage?
Yeah, we definitely were behind on the meta coming into this from Santiago. I think we didn't practice much of a lot of the neon comps, I think, but we've switched now, so we don't have much practice on all the new stuff. So we're pretty behind, I would say. But I mean, it's on us. I think we read it wrong, and we're just gonna fix up for next week. I think from Santiago, we should have taken they nerfed Waylay,
but not neon.
The season started, so yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Out of curiosity, what do you think about the fact that they nerfed Waylay but not Neon? I mean, I know Waylay needs a nerf, I agree with you, but no Neon nerfs. How do you feel about that?
I don't think they need to nerf Neon, it's just the meta just sucks right now. There's no sensible util, and Bide is the only playable thing, and it's just full random chaos right now. I just think that I don't know what they're doing, to be honest. They nerfed Waylay and not Neon, and there's no trips or the Neon, nothing really, and I'm sure it's fun to watch for them, watching Neon slide around with the judge and everything, and every round is decided in the first 20 seconds on whoever's Neon fights the pack with full util first, so it must be entertaining for the viewers, so it's not fun to play, that's for sure.
One of my colleagues, Lee, interviewed you as well, I think a couple of weeks ago, and he mentioned, or rather in his interview, you mentioned that you really wanted to play in NA as a region. So I kind of wanted to ask you, now that you've been here for the kickoff, how has your time in NA been so far, and how would you say it differs to EMEA and the other regions that you've seen?
Definitely, it's very interesting to play here. It's a lot different from EMEA. I think each team has its own identity and their own sort of personality, how they approach the game. Yeah, it's nice being here. I like LA. I know some people don't really like LA, but I really like LA. I like just the city, to be honest, and everything here. So yeah.
And I'm guessing the weather's probably nice.
Weather's a big thing. And, yeah, I just definitely different from EMEA. I know everyone from EMEA mostly, but coming into NA, I just really didn't know many people. So yeah, it was just new experience, I guess.
Have you settled in now? Have you made how's your life now? Overall, pretty chill? Or?
I mean, I'm happy here. It's nice. It's nice playing here. It's a hard transition, but it's fun.
Talking about transitions, I mean, you had to go through a lot of that. We talked about you moving, we talked about your role shift as well. And in this current meta, I mean, my first question would be, what do you think about the new controller mix? And why do you think more teams haven't really been picking him up?
The new controller mix kind of sucks, not gonna lie.
Okay.
Sorry. His kit is I don't know, it's like Sage smokes. It's like a supportive smokes role, and it's
budget breach.
Say again?
Budget breach.
Yeah, it doesn't really fit the meta right now, and I think that it doesn't fit the meta. It's not aggressive enough. It's not. It's just not aggressive enough. Omen is just better. It has flash, it has dive TPs, and Astra has more util if you play Astra. So
fair enough.
And all the maps that needs 3 smokes, you play Brim. So it's just doesn't really fit anything. It has nothing that's going for it really.
That's fair, I think. Yeah. Talking about this meta in particular, you talked about how it's incredibly frustrating to play in a meta that I think for the last few months has been just Sentinel free. I mean, today though we saw a couple of Vises coming in, but I think apart from Vise and the occasional rare Deadlock or Sage, we're not really seeing anything. So how do you think we can kind of fix that, or like how do we bring the Sentinel back? We were having like triple Sentinel comps at some point, and now we have zero.
They just need to not make all the Sentinels useless. Like, just make them a little bit stronger. There's not really much stopping power, and if you're playing an anchor, you're just getting touched by triple dive, neon, judge, and just getting nuked by full util, and you have like really not much to do. Yeah, but this meta really sucks for anchor players. Not gonna lie, it's just full chaos every round. Not really much predictability.
Completely makes sense. Yeah. One other about today's game, I think that on map number 1, you guys were able to keep things pretty competitive. But on map number 2, I mean, of course, you've changed your split comp as well since the last week. I think you guys were running the Deadlock. Now you've made it over to the Vice. So a couple of, like you said, the duelist transitions as well. So I kind of wanted to just pick your brain a little about the thoughts behind that and the Deadlock versus Vice, and just in general running a Sentinel on split, which a lot of teams really don't tend to do.
I think the reason why we picked Vise over Deadlock, I just think that Deadlock is we just think Deadlock is net. The 60-second timer on the net is kind of like, it kind of kills its sort of initiator utility. On the attack, you only have the net really, and if you use it for control, then you just won't have it. So you kind of just said if we play Vise, it's kind of the same because you just have the mollies for the execs, so it's just like technically more util. Like, and then there's everyone playing Vise Neon, and Neon runs through the Deadlock traps, which is
crazy.
Fun. Deadlock traps down, and he runs past it if you do it well. So yeah, we just said just play Vise if everyone's playing Neon.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. I also wanted to ask you about the Yoru nerf. I think a lot of teams have been struggling with that as well, with Masters winners, Longshim being one of them. So do you think that it was something that was very much necessary? I mean, yes, he was very overpowered, and he was like probably the most picked duelist in the last couple of years, but also the way he is now, he's pretty much useless. Like, nobody runs him anymore. So was that a nerf that was pretty much one that was taken too far?
I mean, yeah, they absolutely killed Yoru, absolutely killed Whale. Not killed Whale, I just think that they nerfed everything to the ground, and they're just making the game a little bit too much like too much about gunplay. I mean, it's not a bad thing. You just need to adapt to it. It's everyone else is adapting, so there's not much to complain about. I just think the timing could be a little bit better, and I think that sort of like outright killing an agent, they can just like make small adjustments. But I mean, it is what it is. But yeah. That's my opinion about it.
All right. And I think one more thing that you told Lee was something about how last year at Liquid, you guys were, even though you made it to every single international, you were never able to get out of that group stage to make it to the playoffs. So this year, you already managed to get to 3rd place in your first tournament of the year. So kind of wanted to ask you about you and NRG's goals. Like, yes, of course, you guys want to lift a trophy, but for you, what are your personal goals this year?
Personal goals? I mean, I've said it like I want to lift the trophy because everyone on my team has one,
That's fair.
The odd one out, it just kind of sucks, but yeah, and definitely, I mean, right now, just focused on actually making London because we're in a really bad spot right now, so yeah, I mean, I really want to make it to London, so yeah, that's the current goal.
Talking about making it to London, I mean, you're 0-2 now. I think you guys have to pretty much win every single game from this point to guarantee like a playoffs qualification. So what do you think about your next couple of games and opponents? And also, what do you think is the biggest thing that you need to fix from today?
I'm not sure. I think I'll leave that to the coaching staff to figure out and tell us what direction we're going to take. Trusting them completely, so hopefully like everything's going to be fine and we're just going to get better day by day. Because currently we're not playing good, so we're going to fix.
Fair enough. All right. And before I let you go, just a last question to you. If you could, I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this, but if you could nuke any agent out of this game and just snap your fingers and Thanos snap it and get it gone, like what would that be?
Neon.
Yeah.
unfun to play against. So.
I think almost every single person I've asked this question to has had the same opinion, including the Neon players themselves. So there's something to think about.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much, Keiko. Good luck for your next few games, and it was great talking to you. Have a nice evening.
Thank you so much. You too. Thank you.
Bye.